For us hunters, nothing is anticipated quite as much as the roar and the chance to shoot that elusive, mature trophy stag. It's an exciting time of the year and we want to encourage hunters to get out there and enjoy it. There are just a few things to do to make sure that you have a safe and successful hunt and look after your mates this roar. Firstly, make sure that you and your hunting party are well prepared before you head away. This means checking the weather, and there are a number of good forecasting tools available online. Take note of temperatures, wind strength, snow and rainfall, as these have the potential for rising river levels. From there, make suitable plans and ensure that everyone has the right food, clothing and equipment for all possible conditions. Looking after your mates this roar also means considering the experience and fitness levels of all people in your party. Not only does this prevent people being pushed beyond their limits, but it also ensures that everyone has a good time. A critical part of your preparation is leaving your trip intentions with friends or whānau, and this includes where you're going and when you intend to come out. We also highly recommend taking an emergency communications device such as a distress beacon, satellite phone or inReach. You can look after your mates by having clear plans and communicating where you're going to go hunting for the day, and this is particularly important when you're bush hunting. This will not only make your hunt safer, but also means you won't get in each other's way and ruin your chances of shooting that big old mature stag. Firearm safety can never be overlooked, and it's particularly important during the roar. Even if you're hunting alone, it's highly likely that other hunters will be around. Target identification is extremely important, and it's not good enough to think what you're looking at is a stag sneaking through the bush. You need to identify it beyond all doubt. As usual, treat every firearm as loaded, and if you're sharing a firearm, make sure that the person carrying it maintains responsibility for it and communicates and checks it is in the appropriate state of load, and always point it in a safe direction. Finally, we strongly encourage hunters to think about the age of the stags they are targeting during this year's roar. Younger stags need the chance to reach their full potential. This requires an unselfish attitude on behalf of all of us hunters, as well as knowing the key identifiers to look for. It's really important not to get too fixated on the number of antler points when aging an animal, as even a young stag can still have a pretty impressive head. What you're basically looking for in an old mature stag is a heavy, filled out body, sagging neck and a scruffy face, as well as a lower head position and no visible pedicles. The reality is that big mature stags don't just magically appear. They are the product of a healthy ecosystem, good breeding, and hunters having the discipline and knowledge to leave them when they're young. This, combined with actively harvesting more hinds, will lead to bigger and better stags in the future, as well as good outcomes for our native species. That's all from me. Get out there this roar, have a good time, stay safe, and remember, look after your mates.